Welcome back to yet another issuer update, this time with Enertopia Corp, which is symbol ENRT, listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange. And I have the absolute pleasure of being joined today by their CEO, Robert McAllister. Robert, thanks again for joining us. How are you doing today?
Well, thanks, James. I'm doing very well. It's good to see you.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. We've known each other for quite some time, and it's always a
years.
Yeah, years, really, literally years, if not past a decade. The premise of our conversation today, obviously, is within also the context of the Summit on Responsible Investment. This is an event that probably by the time you're watching this, we have held on June 5th in Kelowna in British Columbia. And so that's sort of what we're going to lean into today on our conversation. But just for starters, those new to Enertopia, just start by sharing the company's core mission and how your focus on lithium exploration and green tech addresses, these sustainability issues that we're addressing at this year's conference.
That's a good question with the core mission, because energy prices always go up. They don't go down. We're in a world now where we've become complacent because of shale oil and shale gas drilling, which is actually peaking out right now. So people will see going forward the actual true cost of energy. And we think we're situated very well with our lithium project in Nevada and our green technologies that we've been working on over the past 3 years.
Right. And so you've touched on it, but lithium is a critical element in the global energy transition. We've all recognized that if you've paid attention. But how does the company itself, Enertopia, position itself within this evolving market? And what competitive advantages do you believe that your projects, specifically those in Nevada, are offering those exploring for this particular mineral?
Well, security of supply is a major concern for any mining company, irrespective of commodity. So being in the United States right now, especially with going on with tariffs and everything else, that they've decided to take back control of their supply chains. And we think that situates us very well as a U.S. incorporated company and a project in Nevada on the lithium side to help us going forward. And China has 90% of the lithium market, and the U.S. wants to take back up to 25%, as that's what they would be required down the road to fulfill their mandate.
Yeah, and just as a sidebar, Nevada, just talk quickly about jurisdiction and what is so important about Nevada in this space.
Well, it's a clear jurisdiction for mining. It's very mining friendly. There's sets of rules and laws to be followed. So when you get your claims from the United States government, you have the right to explore and develop over time. And that's what we found is very attractive early on. We've been looking in Nevada since 2016.
So you have quite the track record. Now, in addition to the exploration aspect of your business, Enertopia does hold these patents for green technologies such as energy management systems and solar PV heat recovery. How do these innovations complement your mining projects, and what role could they play in advancing clean energy solutions?
Well, the heat extractor cools down the solar PV panel during the day, and that increases productivity by 15 to 16%. So you're getting more electricity produced. And it also increases the lifespan. And there's third-party studies where it doubles the lifespan or more. So you're getting far greater return over decades for that same CapEx that you spent up front. And then at nighttime, the Rainmaker patent actually cools the panel below the dew point, and it captures the moisture from the atmosphere and produces water. And water in a lot of places in the world, especially in the deserts, is in critical short supply. So from a mining perspective, we're not taking water out of an existing aquifer. We're harvesting it from the atmosphere to be able to use it. And we're lowering the cost of energy with those patents. And then our new patent with the oxyhydrogen, we're using solar PV to produce the oxyhydrogen. Then we store it in containers, and then it can be used just like you would for propane or natural gas in multiple applications.
No, it's incredible. And obviously you mentioned operating in a desert-like environment, or in the desert. What sort of commercialization path, if any, is there for this technology? I assume it's not just something you're going to use in house, but maybe there's some ambitions to spread it around. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, we think, well, you break it up. So you'd have the heat extractor and the rainmaker would be used for larger systems. Desalination for the rainmaker is a perfect opportunity along coastal areas. So Chile is a good place. They have a water shortage. The Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, they have, very hot in the daytime, but at nighttime you get a cool onshore breeze and you can harvest moisture. We've seen you could harvest up to 4 gallons per panel per hour for water on the rainmaker. So it's a very intriguing technology that we believe has multiple applications. And then on the mine side, Mexico, they're talking about banning open pit mining because of water shortages. So we think that we have a lot of applications in areas that we can help people out with.
Yeah, and I want to talk about sustainability just for a second. So obviously you mentioned these technologies that are clearly in line with sustainability practices, but what led you to these technologies? And in greater part, what do you think the role of sustainability has to be in the role of those looking for exploring for minerals and extracting minerals and then shipping them and obviously industrializing them? Because I assume that your vision of the future is one where we have to continue to really propagate these clean technologies, or else there may not be an industry. Just in general, what are your thoughts on sustainability?
Well, it's a really good question because in North America, we've been blessed and cursed by having abundant, cheap energy, whereas other parts of the world, they don't have abundant or cheap energy. And like I mentioned at the start of the podcast, that we're going to face that reality as well in North America. So what led me to it was analyzing oil and gas and mining projects over decades that have been in the industry, like 30 years plus now, to see how expensive that is to operate mines and oil wells and oil fields. And your energy cost is the most important input in having a healthy society. So we're seeing now, and we've come up with technologies, luckily on our side, that show that we can create something as simple as splitting water and use it to heat or cool your home. And it's abundant and it never ends. And that's something, whereas an oil well always has a shelf life. The shale oil wells are depleting at 60% in their first year now. That wasn't happening when they were first drilling them 10, 15 years ago. So these are issues that we're all going to see in real time. I would say within the next 12 months, we'll really notice it.
Yeah, it's not a proposition of decades down the road. It's literally, as you say, maybe months. And so all these initiatives that are taking place to secure supply, but also do it sustainably, make, first and foremost, tons of economic sense. But then obviously there's a greater environmental cost that we're trying to manage as we extract and even explore for stuff. Looking ahead, just let us know, is there anything on Enertopia's roadmap here that you care to share or can share that someone watching today may want to pay attention to or be aware of?
Well, I think first off, the oxyhydrogen, which we just came out with just over a month ago, I think that really is a game changer. It makes us unique in that we're one of one. Nobody else has the system to do what we're doing, and we'll be showcasing that more and more in the weeks and months ahead.
Awesome. Well, Robert, I'll leave it there, but appreciate the quick update today about Enertopia Corporation, symbol ENRT, listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange. We certainly wish you the best. And for those watching, once again, this was Issuer Update with Enertopia, but also part of our Summit on Responsible Investment series. And if you are watching this after the fact, check it out on the playlist here on CSE, anywhere you get your social media content. Thanks again, Robert.
Thank you, and we'll see you at the conference.
All the best.